So in the last episode, I managed to complete the final 2 boot sponsorships and unlocked Under Armour and Nike boots as well. As you can see, because of that, I am going to start wearing Under Armour boots for the rest of this half of the season, and then I'll switch to Nike around sometime in February. So I put on these nice blue Under Armour boots, thought they look quite nice, and yeah, it feels really good to know now that come the end of the season, no matter what happens, we would have completed the objectives of finishing all of the boot sponsorships. Regardless, we take on Borussia Dortmund for the first game of today's episode here away at the Signal Iduna Park. Hoping to keep this win streak going. As you can see, 3 wins and 1 draw from our opening 4 games. Unbeaten streak, I should say. A really good start of my Bayern Munich career so far. I'm feeling really good right now. Liking the attacking midfield position I've been put in this season. More advanced role compared to last season with Barcelona. Hoping to pick up a few more goals and a few more assists as well. Regardless, as always, hoping for the 3 points. That's my ball right there, easy, read that all day. Now Bonnie making a run through, so I'll see if I can poke it through to him. Plays it back towards Paulinho, now Ribery, I'm down that left-hand side. Nice ball inside, really good chance here, and I completely messed it up. But I've actually won a penalty. Now that is serious luck. I thought one of the 2 covering Dortmund defenders was going to come back and tackle me, so I'd try and step over inside. In the end, didn't need to do that. Could have just shot it first time. Instead, messed it up by trying to do too much. Thankfully though, it was Ginter who came in late, and I don't think that's a penalty because I got a shot away there. I think Ginter was just trying to block the ball. I don't think that's a penalty. It's one of those, I've mentioned them many times before, where the defender is trying to make a block and the collision on the follow through is what catches him and why the referee gives a penalty. I don't think that's a penalty, but it's been given, and Thomas Müller could make it 1-0 to Bayern here with the first chance of the game from the penalty, and he does as well. Sends it down the middle as the goalkeeper goes to his left-hand side, and it's Dortmund 0, Bayern Munich 1, and I can never find out how to celebrate with one of my teammates, but we're 1-0 up here. Müller from the spot, sending it down the middle and giving us the lead away from home here at Dortmund. Again, don't think it was a penalty personally. I'm glad I won it and contributed to the goal, but either way, don't think it was a penalty personally. Regardless, we got it, we scored it, and we're 1-0 up. Gundogan for Dortmund finds Bender down the right-hand side. Can he turn his man and cross? Possibly. He plays it back towards the right back though, and still Dortmund try and get a chance here. In goes that cross to the centre, and Rafinha heads it away. And now Bonnie, if he wants to push it backwards, we've got a great chance here on the break here. I'm going to take on Ginter one-on-one, and he's pushed me down, and I've got myself an injury. And how typical is that, man? Seriously, how typical is that? How many times do I get myself injuries, man? Like, seriously, I get injured so often in my career. And let's just go ahead and simulate the rest of the game. We're 1-0 up, and I'm injured. And again, it's an early season injury, just like last season with Barcelona. It's an early season injury. Let's find out how long it is. I think I just said a sprain near a minute ago, so I accidentally pressed X. Let's see. It is a 3-week injury, so it's not too bad. A 3-week injury, and that's a real shame. We only had 1 chance in that game, and then I get myself injured. Regardless, I guess I'll have to sim the rest of the games, but yeah, seriously, man, I got such a great start with Bayern, and now I'm injured. That is just typical my luck. Yep, typical my luck. I felt as though I made a really good start to my Bayern Munich career, a couple of goals and assists as well, but sadly I get myself an injury in the 5th game of the Bundesliga season. Regardless, it's not too bad. It's a sprained knee. I'll be out for 3 weeks. I've had longer injuries. I can deal with this. I don't mind a spit on the sidelines for a few weeks. It's not really too big of a blow. So as you can see, I simulated quite a few games here with Bayern Munich, and it's a bit of a shame. Like, it really is just typical my luck, but it's one of those things, sadly. I have always had an injury played kind of career. Whatever player career mode I've ran on YouTube, I've always had injury problems. Don't know why exactly, but every single season I seem to have a few knocks and niggles here and there, which keep me out for a few weeks or a couple of months. Regardless, as you can see, a couple of games in, as you can see, the physio already says that I'm almost cleared to play and ready to rejoin the first team squad, so that's totally fine with me. And as you can see, even without me, even with me simulating these games, Bayern Munich are still getting the job done, so it's not a huge blow for me to be missing these games. So long as the team gets the wins, that's the most important thing. And as you can see, they were doing just that. So following that game against Basel away in Switzerland, which Bayern won by 2-1, I was now fully fit after the game, and that meant the manager would start giving me more targets. The England team once again have selected me, so Roy Hodgson selected me once again for the England team, so that's great to see. Obviously I've already got those caps now, and we have of course qualified for the World Cup coming the end of the season, but either way I still want to play for my country and still represent them. Regardless, we've now entered a new month. We've entered October, so you can see the stats, the attributes, and also the accomplishments as well. how I'm currently looking with my pro. 73% completion ratio right now, hoping to get it to 75% come the end of the season. And as for the league table, as you can see, after my injury, hasn't hampered the team performances whatsoever. 8 games in, 7 wins, 1 draw, 0 defeats and 22 points. And also top of our Champions League group with 2 wins out of 2 and already 5 points clear of 3rd place as well. So Bayern off to a fantastic start this season, with or without me clearly, but I'm back in the team here for this game against Hertha Berlin. Obviously when you return from injury, the main focus should be getting through the 90 minutes with no more problems, but in this game, even though I don't expect Guardiola to be asking too much from me, I still do want to perform really well and try and grab myself a goal or an assist as well. This season once again I'll be targeting at least 1 direct contribution to a goal per game, and yeah, had a really good start here away at Hertha Berlin, hoping to keep that run going after the injury. Right, Benatia, short pass right here. No, don't. What? I'm right there. Like, I'm genuinely in space right next to you. How can you pass it to the one Hertha Berlin player that was in the vicinity? Come on now. Anyway, we got the ball back, so it's okay, but now we're giving it away again, and once again I was free down that left-hand side. I swear, ever since leaving Manchester United, I get ignored all the time, you know? Is it a problem with the language barrier? I don't know, it's ridiculous, but I've won the ball here, and a good chance. I'll roll it through towards Wilfried Bony, and a great chance for 1-0. It's Bony, it's 1-0 to Bayern. It doesn't matter if people don't pass to me. I'll win the ball back for the team myself, and set up the teammates. Bony gets the goal. I can never celebrate with teammates, I don't know why, but Bony gets the goal, and makes it Hertha 0, Bayern Munich 1, winning the ball back. They were exposed at the back, rolled it through to Bonnie, said there you go mate, take the goal. I know I've been scoring or hoping to be scoring a few more goals this season. I could have ran on myself really, I've got the pace, but I'm all about those assists really. I'll never let that die down out of my game. Giving it to Bonnie, simple finish past the goalkeeper into the back of the net. Hertha Berlin 0, Bayern Munich 1, and we take the lead here away at the Olympiastadion. Get in, well done Bernie. Here's Pekarik. And on the ball, plays it through towards Baum Johann, and Baum Johann now inside towards Berg, and a great chance for Hertha Berlin. In comes the cross, and the finish as well at the far post by the number 27, past Manuel Neuer. One of their first real chances of the game, and Hertha Berlin are back on level terms on the stroke of half-time. Lovely little chip through ball into the centre there, but I'm not sure he was marking the man at the far post. That was very poor from Rafinha. He's nowhere near him, and it's a simple volley past Manuel Neuer. Terrible marking. Hertha Berlin back on level terms on the stroke of half-time, and it's 1-1. Here's Pekarik for Hertha Berlin, forced backwards towards Shelbred, and now Shelbred on the turn. Finds Berg through the middle, nice ball through towards the goal scorer, and a really good chance here as he pokes it through towards Baum Johann, forced backwards, still a chance for Hertha Berlin, and Baum Johann's shot over the bar, and behind for a goal kick. Hertha Berlin, you know, may not be playing as good as us in this game, but they're certainly not going to be sitting back and taking a draw. They look as though they're going to be going for the win at some stage, but it is still score draw as things stand. Here's Pekarik, plays it through towards Shelbred down the right-hand side, and he plays it inside towards Stock. A great chance for Hertha Berlin. Cross comes into the far post, and the header is won, and that is a fantastic save by Neuer, and he turns it behind for a corner. Hertha really are beginning to push it now as they go in search of the goal to put them in front. We need to win the ball back as soon as possible if we want to get ourselves one final chance, and we have through my header. And a possible late chance here as Robben plays it inside to Bonnie, ignores me, plays it through towards Obadi here. Still a late chance with Obadi on the ball, pokes it out wide towards his teammate, and still a possible chance here as Bonnie gets in the box. Loads of us in the box right now. Is he going to cross the ball into the centre? It's a deep one. Kraft doesn't deal with it, and it's it's a penalty. Wow, I can see the referee pointing. The referee has given a penalty. Oh my goodness gracious me, what is that for? Is that on the goalkeeper Kraft? Because I cannot see what that is given for. Bonnie went for the header, so did Brooks. In what world is that a penalty? In what world is the referee going to give a penalty for that? We won a debatable one against Dortmund. Obviously, I got injured during that game, so I simulated the rest of it, but it was the goal that won us the game. And this penalty could also win us the game. It's not going to be Thomas Müller this time. He was injured in the first half. Bastian Schweinsteiger could give us all 3 points in stoppage time, and he does. And we are going to leave Hertha Berlin with the win here at the Olympiastadion, and it is safe to say that we have got away with one, and then some. That was never ever a penalty, and in the second half we've done basically nothing. Hertha have probably been the better side in the second half, but Bastian Schweinsteiger rifles it in, Kraft stays down the middle, rooted to the spot, and it's Hertha Berlin 1, Bayern 2. Sometimes we get bad luck in this series, but in this episode we have got some serious fortune. Yes, my injury was a shame to see, but either way, 2 very dodgy penalties and 2 goals that will win us both games and pick us up 6 points from these 2. So Hertha 1, Bayern Munich 2. We're going to leave Berlin with all 3 points, and this was as undeserved as they come. Dear oh dear, we seriously got away with one. And I think the referee will probably blow for full time as well in a second too, as Stocker gets on the ball, pokes it through towards Berg. Maybe Herder can grab themselves a late equaliser then. Berg crosses the ball into the centre, headed away by Obadi, and that should be that. And there you go. So it's all over. Final score, Herder 1, Bayern Munich 2. And that is very, very, very fortunate. We did not deserve to win that game at all, man. Like, seriously, we had a decent first half and everything. In the second half, didn't do too much, but in no way was that a penalty. Absolutely no way. You guys know me. If I get that in a manager career mode, I'm chipping it down the middle. Obviously, the AI doesn't do that, but either way, that is a very, very big escape for us there. I got a 6.9 for my game. I thought I actually played quite well, to be honest. I only misplaced one pass and did, of course, get the assist for Bonnie's goal. But yeah, either way, Herder had more possession, had one more shot than us. We had one more on target, yes, but either way, I feel as though we definitely got away with one there. That was never a penalty, at least not in my eyes. But regardless, that does end the episode, guys. So as always, a big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of My Player, then please do leave a like. It's much appreciated. It really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of My Player very soon.